It's Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and I've never talked about my story because it always felt very small in comparison to others, and I always felt really embarrassed and ashamed that the impact it left on me felt disproportionately big. And so I wrote something about that feeling I wanted to share to hopefully make some of you feel less alone with the stories that you've never told. The first person I ever told was the therapist that I begged my parents to let me get when I moved back to the suburbs. I wanted to tell them what happened, but I needed to test it out first, to see if I could even get the words out and to get used to those words belonging to me. I still haven't. Anyway, her name was Jean. Our one and only appointment was nothing special. She didn't have a strong reaction when I told her, and I don't really know why I was expecting one. She probably hears worse every day. I cried to her about what happened, and she did the predictable therapist thing and procedurally assured me that it wasn't my fault and that feelings of blame or guilt are normal. Jean did say one thing that stuck with me, though. She told me that I'm lucky, because it could have been worse. What I didn't tell her is that I wish it had been. I wish what happened to me was worse, and I think that might be what I'm the most ashamed of. It's just that if it was worse, at least it would explain how badly it broke me. The punishment would fit the crime, so to speak. The PTSD diagnosis at the end of the appointment wouldn't feel like such a mockery of the anecdotal examples I remember from my psych textbook. I can almost see it in their eyes, the visions that pop in people's heads when I say the word rape, if they're still holding eye contact anyway. They imagine him probably older, scary looking even, a total stranger. Maybe there was a gun or a knife, a dark alley, something like the movies or health class, you know? But no, instead it was real life. Instead it was my friend. Instead it was the kind of thing that happens all the time. The newspaper doesn't have enough pages to cover all of the cases that look just like mine. If they could all take it, why couldn't I? Recounting the one night that left me crumbling for 2 years does not feel like telling a horror story, but instead like an admission of my own weakness. Like instead it was just not bad enough that I can never be certain how someone would react to the confession. So instead I carry it around at the bottom of my purse, like someone else's secret, scribbled onto a bar napkin and snuck inside my bag when I wasn't looking. The handwriting doesn't belong to me, but now it's my story to look after. And so I keep it, folded and tucked away, even smaller and even quieter than I have become since it happened.